I've got a poplar 3/4 inch dowel set up in the chuck. It's been turned and trued to round so it doesn't introduce any vibration. Got the tool rest set a little bit high because the tool I'm going to use will be used more like a scraper. And that's the tool. It's a little 1/4 inch insert tool, rounded off end. You could make one out of a 1/4 inch piece of steel rod. And here we go. A little light on the subject maybe. Want the sides to be a little steeper. Rolling the tool as I get close to the nub. Apply a little bit of Mother's Gold. This is car wax on an old piece of t-shirt. Since this is end grain, it'll darken up a bit. There's a solvent in this stuff, so it penetrates a little bit more than if I just run a stick of carnauba up against here. Take the excess off with a paper towel, and if I can find it, this is a piece of coffee filter. Makes great polishing. It's really dense, very mild abrasive. There's a little bit of scorching going on. We'll see if we can get some more. There we go. And now I've got this neat black rim. Okay, now that we've got the inside profile done, normally that's done last, we'll find out what our depth is here. Not very deep, so I'm going to be playing back in here somewhere. And then I'll creep up on it. So, let's get a tool rest in here. Start at the bottom with a 1/4 inch bench chisel. Start hogging off some wood. I'll worry about the profile later. And one of the things about miniatures is, with a full-size piece, if the outside profile doesn't sort of follow the inside profile, it's noticeable. But when you're playing with little stuff, it doesn't seem to be. So you've got some leeway here on what you do on the outside, and it doesn't necessarily have to follow the inside. So keep that in mind. Alright, I'm going to use this, a 1/4 inch spindle gouge. I'm going to use it like you'd use a bowl gouge. So you want your bevel almost going straight in, just below the dark spot. And then start riding the bevel down. Very much like turning a bowl full size. I could stop there, but I think I'll take it a little lower. The transition under here is not that great. So get the bevel rubbing and just follow it around the foot. I do a little sanding to improve the profile. Got like 19 pieces of different grit sandpaper under here. I can't find any of them. I got a sort of a flat spot right here, so I want to smooth that out a little bit, make the transition a little nicer. And that's the beauty of spindles. I mean, a miniature work, you can do the fine tuning with sandpaper, or in this case, it's Abranet. Not real thrilled about the dark stain that I'm getting off of this used piece, but oh well. See if I can make it a feature. Just keep going, finer grit. I don't know how much of that little foot I'm going to keep, but we'll sand it down a little bit anyway. Now I'm going to switch over to some wet dry sandpaper. This is 400 grit. Then some 600 grit. Finally some 1500 grit. Find a clean spot. A little bit of wax. A little mother's gold. About a lot of wax. Paper towel to get off the excess. Just for fun. Should have done this before I waxed it, but let's get a burning wire on here and see if we can snap the burning wire or burn some dark down here. This would have been a lot easier to do before I put the wax on, since wax is acting like a lubricant. Nuts. We'll skip that. Make a note. Do that before you apply the wax. Whoops. Forgot. Gotta do my, if I can find it. Coffee filter trick. This isn't the best finished job, but this is just to demonstrate the method. Now the fun part. There is a trick to this. So first I want to get where I want that rim to stop. And give myself some room back here because I'm going to undercut the bottom of the foot. So I'm going to go in at an angle so it undercuts. I'm going to need a little more room. Get off there. Now before I take it all the way off, I'm going to take that knife edge off of this edge of the foot. Just a little. Now I can part this off. Again, flat side towards the piece. Start the cut with this corner. Angle it in. And it'll part off. And because the bottom's concave now, it'll make it a lot easier to get flat, so it rests flat. Won't have to take off much wood. Now all they have to do is find the piece. And of course it always falls way far away and under something heavy. And dusty, but ow. There's a little piece. If I'd sanded a little bit better, it would show up a little bit better. It'd be nicer looking. You can sand that off a little bit, put a little wax on, and you're done.